How freedom of information is reducing government secrecy and boosting transparency. Discover how freedom of information laws challenge government secrecy, reduce classified information barriers, and promote transparency in democracies. How freedom of information is changing government secrecy. Hey, have you ever wondered why some government stuff feels like it's locked behind a super thick curtain? You know, like those moments when you hear about government classified information floating around but no one's allowed to talk about it? That's the classic case of government information secrecy at work. It's like there's this whole world of paperwork and policies, government document secrecy, if you will, that most of us only get to see the surface of, if at all. Now, it's easy to think all this hush-hush stuff is just about national security or keeping the country safe, but there's often more going on. Government confidentiality policies can sometimes stretch beyond what's necessary, turning into an excuse to keep citizens in the dark. This lack of clarity feeds into the larger puzzle of government transparency issues, where people can't get clear answers on how decisions are made or what the government is really up to. And that's a problem because open governments generally mean stronger democracies. That's why the movement around freedom of information laws has been so important. These laws aren't perfect, and they vary a lot between countries and states, but they generally aim to reduce government information secrecy by giving the public a legal right to access official records and documents. The idea is to check that governments aren't hiding more than they should, and that citizens can hold officials accountable. Take the US, for example, with the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA. Introduced in 1966, it was a game changer at the time, opening up what had been dark areas of government files. Through FOIA requests, journalists, researchers, and even regular folks can ask for a wide range of records. It's incredibly satisfying when these requests reveal facts or policies that the government would rather keep under wraps, sometimes even exposing government secret policies that most people never hear about until they're uncovered. Of course, the system isn't flawless. Sometimes agencies drag their feet, overuse exemptions, or just deny requests outright under the guise of protecting national interests. There's always a balancing act between genuine confidentiality, like protecting sensitive military information, and outright secrecy that serves political or bureaucratic ends. But overall, these transparency efforts have chipped away at the layers of secrecy that tend to breed corruption or bad decision-making. Here's the interesting part. There's a whole genre of fiction inspired by this shadow world of government secrets and conspiracies. One recent example is Hush, a psychological thriller of alien manipulation and deep state deceit. It's a gripping read that explores what could happen when government secret policies go beyond secrecy and into control and manipulation. If you're fascinated by government secrecy issues and love a good thriller that blends reality with shadowy conspiracies, this book is for you. Honestly, stories like Hush remind us that while transparency is crucial, the fight against government secrecy is ongoing and complicated. It's a world where information can be weaponized and hidden agendas can run deep, and that's why laws promoting openness matter so much. They don't just help us know what's going on, they make sure power stays accountable. If you want to check out Hush, you can buy it now in ebook, print, or audio formats. Whether you're a thriller fan or just curious about the shadows of government secrecy, it's a compelling way to see a fictional yet hauntingly plausible take on these issues. In the end, government information secrecy isn't going anywhere overnight, but the push for freedom of information keeps peeling back layers bit by bit. It's like shining a flashlight into those dark corridors, reminding everyone that transparency is more than a buzzword. It's the foundation of trust between a government and its people.